Welcome to the webinar InsightLoop for SMEs. I would like to start off today with a little PowerPoint presentation followed by a live demonstration of the solution. And herefore I have also a little agenda that helps us to get through the PowerPoint. So first off, I would like actually to tell a little bit about InsightLoop itself, just to wrap up again what is this solution about and where we come from, then giving a little overview, and then we get more to the point of InsightLoop for SMEs, talking about the target group and their pain points. And after that, we are going to take a look on a live demonstration of the solution, which is, of course, one of the most important points. And then we're going to wrap it up one more time with taking a look where we got the advantage of InsightLoop or the SMB market. So let's get started with the overview. As you all know, Core Systems as a company, we started a long time ago developing a field service solution, which was called Core Suite Field Service Management and has been acquired 2018 by SAP. Therefore, this icon, their app icon for the SAP FSM solution, solution that helps companies to digitalize their service. So getting away from pen and paper, going to a digitalized world where you have all your service reports digitalized. You have them maybe in your ERP, in the FSM solution itself. But most important, it's somewhere in electronic form available. And what we were thinking is you have actually with this electronic data in form of reports or pictures or whatever it is, so much valuable information. But how are companies actually taking advantage out of it? Because if we are honest with each other, then we know that most of those service reports, thousands of services that took place, mostly it's like this, that, oops, sorry, here jumped for some reason back. Mostly it's like this, that these service reports simply end in some kind of a database and nobody reads through this again. But actually we have so much knowledge in it that could be used in order to help internally, maybe the service agent or the technicians, or actually also the customer. And this is the idea of InsightLoop, to use the power of the data in order to help customers and service. And therefore, we have here an overview of InsightLoop and all different modules that are available in order to help in different fields of the work. Might be already in a kind of customer self-service when it's about the service request itself, or then when we know it from the field service management, more in the direction of planning the field work or the documentation. And what you see here with all the different modules is actually the full power of InsightLoop that we already provide for quite a while, and we already have several customers running with this solution and where they have big benefit out of it. So we were thinking, how can we also combine this with our SMB environment and market where we come from in order to help also smaller companies with InsightLoop? And this is what you see here with the a bit stronger colored modules in the area of the customer self-service and the service request. This is some, as we call it, the InsightLoop for SME, a package that we provide to customers in order to help them optimizing their service for customers and their service agent. How does this look like exactly? We can see on the next slide. Here we're gonna take a little look on the target group and their pain points. let's take a look first on the end customer. So the person who in the end is receiving actually the service. And here I would like that we all imagine some kind of a scenario, one that every person can imagine, hopefully in their private life. I hope nobody experienced something like this, but at least you can imagine. Imagine you have a washing machine, you are at home, you want to wash your laundry, and for some reason the washing machine breaks down. So this means, okay, what to do next? Best case, you know the service hotline. If it's written on the washing machine or so, you call the hotline, you get into some kind of queue. Finally, you get through. If you are calling in the business hours, you explain your issue to this service agent. The person most likely tells you to, okay, I will forward you to some kind of technical department, expert, whatever it is. And what are you doing then? You repeat again the story, what is going on, what broke down, what do you experience? And hopefully this person on the phone can help you somehow. And this leads in the end already to some kind of frustration or complexity that we all would actually like to avoid by calling some kind of hotline, having to wait in queues, having to repeatedly explain our issue. And this is something that can be actually avoided by using the InsightLoop solution. How? By using a customer assistant, or you can also call it a chatbot, that is anytime available. So it doesn't matter if you are experiencing your issue in the business hours or in the middle of the night or whatever time zone the service is or the support hotline. You can anytime enter it. You can ask questions, get hopefully immediately answers that are helping you, or depending, even getting a step-to-step guide, what to do, and so on. So this is here more on the customer point of view, but there's also, of course, the other point of view from a service agent. For the service agent, it might be a similar experience. The service agent receives, of course, in his job, a lot of phone calls about usually first level issues that might come in where some support is requested. So it's relevant for the person to listen, to document everything that has been told, and needs to check maybe somewhere inside the system where to find the solution if the person doesn't know out of his or her head already what might be solution. So this is causing maybe some kind of delay for the customer. This can cause, again, some unsatisfaction on customer side. The mood gets therefore on customer side bad. You as a service agent get treated maybe poorly, even though you do your best and it's not your fault. And also here InsightLoop is therefore helping by creating a transcription of the call, creating summaries. What was the issue? What was the provided solution, and so on, so that you don't need to write it all down simultaneously or afterwards. Then the solution can listen with you into the call and maybe give you real-time insights to give to make some kind of decision and help you in this way, or give you a guided troubleshooting. What should you ask the customer? What should you explain to the person to maybe help really out of this mess that the customer experiencing, to solve the issue and make the customer happy? Or it maybe gives you also some relevant questions that might help to figure out how to solve the issue actually. Sorry. And how does this look like? Of course, in reality now, I'm talking here on slides and talking about scenarios and ideas, but how does it look like? I have here only two screenshots on the slide that are actually displaying how this could look like. You see here on the left-hand side, the customer that is using this customer assistant or chatbot that I mentioned, or on the right-hand side, for the service center, the module where we have the guided troubleshooting. But instead of looking only on some screenshots, it might be the best of if we just jump into the solution itself. So let me bring up my browser, and now you can see here my screen. Let me try to maybe make it a bit smaller to zoom out, because it might look a bit better then. So what we see first, maybe in the other tab, that is a bit, let's call it cleaner. This is now the customer assistant. And here I have the possibility to simply look now for some kind of a ChatGPT experience for a solution. In the background, how does it work is that you as a company who provide this assistant to your end customer, you can configure it here on the upper right-hand side by clicking on configuration. And actually, it should open me here the new tab now immediately. I'm sorry, I don't know why it's now loading here for a moment, but in the meantime, okay, give me a moment to just check something. Maybe it's here because I put it on the other screen. 1 second, please. Just open it again. I don't know if my Google Chrome is now somehow needing a moment. Let me restart the whole thing. Now I need to log in again. I'm aware that you cannot see right now just again the screenshots, but I will log in once again. Then I'll get hopefully back to you. Okay, let's try again. So here we are, logged in again. What happens this time? Now it works. So yeah, sorry for the delay, but this is what I wanted to show. So you, as a company who provides the service, have here an overview where you have, in this scenario, simply uploaded documents that might be visible for the customer so that he can get out there the information. Here you have something that's related to washing machine or to SAP Business One or other things. In a real scenario, because this is of course now only for demo purposes, we can integrate the solution to your ERP system, to SharePoint or whatever it is, in order to have it all there, and you don't need to upload or download anything manually. But this is just quickly to show how it would work in this scenario. And here I can now say, okay, I told you it is a washing machine that's not working. So I might say like, okay, the issue might be the door of the washing machine does not open. So similar to ChatGPT, he's now looking here for the answer and will provide us the answer in a moment by really summarizing it. And here you see it based on the information provided in the source. This is here the steps for troubleshooting. You might see maybe there is still the safety lock on. The program has actually to finish. Maybe there's water in the machine, or so on, whatever it is. So you can say like, okay, that was helpful or not. So also the AI is learning, am I going into the right direction or not? You can take a look into the source. And I will do this now together with you, because what you now see is that actually this source is German. So I'm asking the solution something in English. It understands the question because InsightLoop is providing more than 100 languages. And here I can see that the document, the source is actually in German. But if we go back here, you see that it fully translates everything into English without any issue. And it might also give you related topics that might help you as well, like how do I troubleshoot a washing machine that won't start. So it's up to you. It's intelligent. It can read through all the documents, summarize it, bring up the solution. And I just want to really highlight this by also asking something else. And therefore, I would ask now not about the washing machine to prove that it's an intelligent knowledge retrieval that's happening here by talking about something that I do actually in my private life, which is I'm a referee for football, and I uploaded in German the full book of rules for football, which contains, I think, more than 150 pages. And actually, I'm supposed to know all of it. So I could ask here, what is causing a red card? This could be a question of mine. And now we will see what InsightLoop is telling me. And here you see it's providing me again the information that maybe I was disrespectful towards match officials, reckless, dangerous play, or anything. And again, here related topics, what are criteria, what's the criteria for a direct red card, or other questions. And again, here the source, just show you quickly that I'm not making here anything up. You see page 84, again, German. This is the German word Feldverweis, which means send off. So you have here all the information, and there is it where it gets all the information. No, actually, I want to close the tab. Here we go. Okay, so this is one of the modules that the customer could use immediately in order to get information, to get help, and to take off a little bit of pressure to the service agent in the background. But now let's take also a look into the point of view. So the service agent who might have a little bit more modules in order to help the person who is calling. For this, I will need to log in again into another environment. And since I just closed everything a moment ago, I have to log in again. Just give me one moment to log in. Just a second. So let's see. That looks quite good. Okay, so here we are again now, let's call it more or less in the home screen, but this time for the service agent. So you see it looks now a little bit different. The person has more to see. Here in this case are open jobs, and the person can look for a customer or can look also for an equipment and then ask questions about it. So let's imagine I get a call, and this time you have to be aware I'm here in another environment because now I want to show how the data is used from service jobs in the past, so that it learned out of it, that we have more information that's available. In the other environment, I had just a few PDFs, but here now I want to show how it looks like if you have the history of service. Therefore, I'm using here the environment or demo environment, of course, with the data of a customer of ours who is really using the solution. And therefore, we don't talk now anymore about washing machines. Now we are talking about turbines. So I might get a call now from a customer who is using one of my turbines, and he's telling me we are talking about this one. This is a turbine, and I have got the information that pitch blade is not rotating. And here now you can see that it gives me immediately also some information based on service jobs in the past, and it gives me here in percentage already the probability what is here the issue. And based on jobs in the past, where I could click on it and jump into it, but I won't do that now. I could take a look here in the source, but it tells me, okay, what to do. It might be to 91% physical damage. Okay, what would be the critical parts? I can see images from the field, or as mentioned, similar service jobs. And therefore, we might think, okay, 91% physical damage. Then let's do some troubleshooting. And here we have now the possibility to say, just a second. Here we are, sorry. It was already displayed the first time before I clicked. Okay, let's do some troubleshooting. And I want to do it for the physical damage. That's the one we have here on the top with the 91%. So I click on it and it shows me exactly here, okay, step by step, what needs to be done. And we could guide the person on the telephone through it so that each step has been done and then finish the troubleshooting. And now the troubleshooting has been done. All right, that's great. And everything is good. Now, regardless if we are talking here about the view of the service agent or the customer, what I mentioned earlier as well in my presentation is that once the service is done, there should be also a transcript. And this is where we go next. I, of course, only hardly can present to you now a phone call that I make up to show a transcript, but here I can show you at least screenshots. So this would be a call between the customer and the service agent. And here's really the transcription happening in the background. So you see who's speaking, the timestamp, what has been said. Everything will be noted in the transcription. And here on the right-hand side, you see in the end, after the phone call, how the summary looks like. So in the end, we see here, okay, general, what it is about, what were the symptoms, solution, conclusion. Yeah. So you can also help here in the background service agent then by not filling everything simultaneously while calling or doing it afterwards. Correct. So last but not least, then we get back here now to the benefits, as I just actually already, I think, mentioned during this webinar. So for the customers, is it very clear with the assistant that you can reduce the service cases where you need actually a human resource. Then you can, of course, also reduce the client's equipment downtime. No queues maybe in the support hotline because people can do self-service. You boost efficiency, satisfaction. And for the service center, also clearly that you can make decisions faster. You don't have to summarize everything by yourself. The accuracy is, of course, higher because you have all the details in the transcription. You have the guided troubleshooting to reduce the escalation, and you minimize errors based on maybe wrong memory or anything due to this AI. And yeah, this is actually it. This is what it is about, the InsightLoop solution for SMB. So if you are interested to know more, to see more about the solution, then please feel free to reach out to us. We are very happy to have a conversation, to talk about anything. If there are any kind of questions, then there would be now the chance to ask it in the Q&A area of the webinar. I'll take a quick look. But I don't see anything, but that's, I think, normal after you had to listen quite a lot to, and it's quite intense, I would say, the topic. So if something should come up afterwards as well, of course, you can still reach out to us then. Therefore, I would finish more or less on time the webinar. I thank you very much for attending, for listening, and as mentioned, if there's anything we can do for you, if you would like to know more, just let me know and we can have a talk. All right. Thanks a lot. Have a great day and hear you soon. Bye bye.